little early. A little early. But, you know, sometimes you gotta be a little early. Let's get this rolling. Last time we got destroyed in a graveyard because we learned that our explosive bolts are nowhere near as good as we thought they were going to be. That was the whole thing. And graveyard's also really jammed with a lot of bad. Because those familiar with the first chapter will remember those boxed undead. Turns out that graveyard's full of them. It really sucks over there. We're gonna have to get ready for that. As to why we're early today? Trying things out. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a weird middle ground with where I've been scheduling myself lately. So, I don't think that middle ground's quite been working. So I'm shaking things up a little bit again to see if I can get something more workable for me going out of that. Whether that'll actually get me anywhere, who knows? Never hurts to try, though. The Avenger pistol's an extra one we found. It's gonna take me a second to remember what all my inventory is supposed to look like. I know we were using the Rattler, even though it was blown up in my face a lot. I think there used to be bolts in these slots and we used them. Or something like that. Oh no, that's where our skulls of teleporting used to be. But we don't have any of those anymore. Anything I want to put in there to keep it out of my way that I might actually use? Not that I have on my inventory currently, I don't think, no. Let's go pawn things off to the priest. That thing stopped, they're making noise.
Have you heard? Clearly, she wanted to try. The same Lord allows me to continue my mission on this earth.
Okay, so he's saying that the lady that was with us all ran off. Which, at least there's acknowledgement for that, which tells me that it wasn't a glitch that she disappeared, she just left. Because we didn't give her the cure. So she might not be dead yet. Though that does make me suspect what's gonna happen with that whole situation. But that's definitely we'll cross that bridge when we come to it situation. Okay. That should be all of the inventory management I need to do at the minute. Because he doesn't really sell what I need. And if I knew that we were going to lose our good merchant by having that situation play out the way it did, I would have been more careful about my prompt usage. Though I still say that it's a little bad that they did not give proper warning that that's what was going to happen. Let's see. Yeah, we need to go to the graveyard. We need to go to the alligator farm. And we need to kill 5 things from bushes in order to get rid of my debuff. Okay. Off we go. We've got a lot of work to be about. We're a little bad off on ammo. A little bit. I'm heading vaguely in the right direction, but I'm going to want to pivot this way a bit. Now, I seem to recall that the path to the alligator farms where a lot of bad was. I think that's why, to check things out on our way out last time, that's why I went down to the graveyard. But with what we now know is in the graveyard, I'm gonna try the alligator farm again. But we died in the alligator farm before too, so yeah, no. I mean, I guess I could try for some easy shots from these guys over here and see if I can get rid of our curse. Just firing from the bush, for example. Ah, the shake, though. The shake is real. He is coming back our way.
And done.
Oh, that's one. Doesn't matter if I miss the first shot, I just need to not miss any shots after this. That's the big thing, wandering in a circle in the middle. I think. I don't see anything else around me, so I'm going to assume that's correct. As to whether it is or not, well, eh. 2... Anybody else? There he is. Gotta be careful I don't go too far out of range. God damn it. Wandering little shit. Would you not? I'm trying to work here. Noisy bastard. Ambly bambly, ambly bambly, ambly bambly. Ah, I did hit him, but he didn't die. At least I think I hit. I might have hit the wood, like, just next to him. The slight shake on this revolver... No, it's not even a revolver. You know what I mean. Shot slightly too early.
Stay
How was
dead.
that a headshot? In my reckoning, I was pointing at his chest. But then again, this does have some deviation, because, you know, it's just a handgun. And an old one at that. I probably should be getting closer, rather than trying to use this at long range like I was using the Winchester. Because, you know, shorter barrel and all that. Anything respawn up here? No. Okay. I figure it's worth checking to make sure we didn't get any fresh loot from this either. I don't think loot respawns in this game, though. It's not anytime quick.
To hell.
Just that little bit of sway. That's all it takes. That tiny bit of sway is enough to fuck everything up.
Just death.
I may need to see if I can get a artifact that'll improve that situation for me.
Oh, good.
But I think I got rid of the only one that I've seen. Is, you know, when we got it, we were using the Winchester, and there was like no sway at all, so it didn't matter. And now here we are using the Rattler and regretting our life choices. Because in theory, this Rattler should be phenomenally good. And it probably would be better in somebody else's hands. And it's still not a bad gun, it just not good for the range I'm trying to use it at. Like, it's not got the reliability I need at long range. Okay, I am still going the right way. Not sure I want to go through these guys to get there. Okay, I do have the chicken foot still. Quickly swap those. Dum da 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 dum da 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 dum 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 da. Don't need to deal with the ghosts, so I'm not gonna. Da dum dee dee dum da dum dum dee 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 dee. Yeah, I knew that from the word go, but in multiple other cases, a revolver can still sub in for rifle range, just not in this game specifically. Because they model in sway a little bit better than some games do. And I seem to recall that in the first chapter I was getting away with that a little better, but I think I was also fighting at better ranges in the last chapter, at least as far as that goes. Now that one I just disagree with straight up. I don't think my eyesight's that bad. That looked like it would have been fine. Okay. Really? Come on now, game. You know what? Fine. Enough of that. Yeah, but I'm no good at those quick shots. I need to take the time to actually look at it, and that's what kills me. And I know that. Because I know that there are people that can just, like, snap aim it up and go, but I can't do that. What I should do is go back to having a Winchester instead of trying to force myself to use this. But it's one of those things. I can't easily do that at this point because the Winchester is no longer available. So, it's an issue. Basically, what I should be doing is just swapping the buffalo rifle back into my hands when I need to shoot far. But, you know. I'm also trying to get rid of the curse, and I'm a little nervous about walking right up on things. Even though I know I can get away with it. Knowing and acting on it is two very different animals. Yeah, there's some Rougarou down there. Yeah, I have definitely noticed that in general, the sway continues to get worse and worse the longer you hold it up. Which makes sense. You're holding your arm up for too damn long. I mean, that's the gunplay in most games. If you're willing to throw caution to the wind and trust where you're aiming, the gunplay in a lot of games tends to go better for you. I just have an excess of doubt about most things. Of course, he immediately goes downstairs. Well, that upset the Rougarou.
The freak.
The thing is, I feel like I'm wasting these buffalo rifle rounds. And to a degree, I am. But anything that makes you not have to deal with a pile of nonsense is worth using. Though I do definitely feel like there is some deviation even when the sway isn't in the way. That there's definitely a little bit of weirdness. Not even taking into account bullet drop, because it's gone above my target a couple times as well. Not when the one merchant leaves. The priest doesn't have as much ammo, or at least he hasn't been spawning as much for me. So I think my merchant spawns have been being weird. Because there have been a few times where the other merchant didn't reset properly either. It was a little weird. I'm gonna guess it clipped one of the pieces of wood, even though it really shouldn't have there.
Not welcome here.
Yeah, and I also don't want to sit there and just keep reloading the area to keep buying more and more ammo. Even though that's ending up being what I'm gonna have to do. At the rate the ammo's being stingy on this map. Saw nothing. He's a fast big boy, so I gotta get clear. I don't think that landed because I think he may have wobbled literally right out of the line of fire the second I pulled that one. Oh, I don't want to run that way. That's a bad way to run. Because there's death that way. Oh, that's also not good. Hopefully they miss.
Thee to rest.
It's also as much a matter of this ammo takes up a lot of space. Since, you know, the long boxes are about double the size, almost, of the rest of the ammo in the game. Thought I heard something hit the ground, but there's nothing there. Nothing here I care about that much. So I have 2K. I'm not really worried about money at this point, because we're out of things weaponry-wise to buy from any of the merchants I have available. Like, money is just ammo at this point. Actually, going to think about something. 420. This will reload faster, because I have the faster reload on this. Though I don't think I have the skill that makes that reload faster. No. If I had this, that would definitely reload faster than the buffalo rifle, but yeah, they're both boosted by the same percentage, and I think the buffalo rifle's faster than the crossbow normally, so I'm probably better off keeping the buffalo. At least in terms of reload time. At the very least, the buffalo rifle's going to kill whatever I shoot. Aside from big boys. Clean up what I left behind after that miss. See if there's anything I want. There's a lot of big boys wandering around in here, though. Not a fan of that.
I have a feeling this will come in handy.
I would agree with that. We're using that to get the hell out of here once we get what we need. Gotta find it. So many big fucking boys. Like they are just out and out not worth my time to deal with. If I don't have to, I ain't gonna. They are too damn durable for their own good. Not to mention the fact that they'll kill me very, very quickly. I assume it's in that building over there, the gunsmith. But at the very least, there might be something neat in there either way. Something sees me. Oh, fuck me. Oh. Oh, looks like I hit the nail on the head straight away, too. Right around here somewhere. Oh, the big boy's still on my trail, though. Oh, he definitely knows I'm here. Thankfully, they're not being that smart. Yeah, but if you look down there on the right, you'll realize I barely have any shells at all. So that's a bit of an issue. Otherwise, I would just deal with them. We did just get a nice new Winchester, though, so there's that. Well, if I wanted to get rid of my curse and I was quick, I could whip out the Rattler and start popping crocodiles, because there's a whole pile of them here. Now is not the time for that. We've got bigger fish to fry, specifically finding wherever the hell this thing is. Apparently either in here or in the room underneath me. Ah, there it is.
Good.
Okay, so we got what we needed from here, and we got the unique gun that was here. Hi. I mean, this is just too easy to pass up. Only got one of each shell left now, which kinda sucks, though. That said, I don't think we have any reason to be here anymore. We got the undead piece and we got the unique. I think we can leave without feeling bad about anything. So, I, for one, am going to leave. No one knew I was here. Nothing bad happened. You know, except that guy. He knew I was here. He didn't like that. I'm going the right way to go home, right? Yes. No one can say it wasn't perfect stealth if no one survived to tell the story. Probably not worth my time. Except I can't go the other way, so I do have to either go through him or around him. So that's a bit of an issue. But I think now is the time to bring the crossbow out. Except rifle. There we go. Oh yeah. My explosive stealth also usually works out real well. Are you kidding me? Gave him a damn haircut. I knew that was gonna drop. Fucking knew that was gonna drop. Why did I even bother with this? I don't know why that didn't hit. I watched the bolt enter his chest. Interesting. Game, sometimes I wonder about you. I mean, maybe it dropped enough that it passed between his legs?
Oh, good ammo.
Either that or it drifted a lot harder than I feel like it should have from where I saw it flying. I just want to get past here. Could you just kindly ignore my presence? You know what, the hell with this. I don't even know why I'm bothering to fight them. Let me out of here. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's why I was bothering to fight them, because I remembered, and then I forgot that there was like 6 of them hanging around right out front of the door.
Back again.
On the bright side, fast route.
Every place we visit has it's a hat. Such a simple piece of clothing, and yet we can feel importance. Seems the previous owner really liked it. Very well. We shall use it.
That feels like a stretch, but fair enough.
Go on. There's more work to be done.
I think we only need the one more part. Crossbow away again. I mean, it does about as much damage as the Rattler. And it's safe to say I'll have less problems using the Hedera than the Rattler in terms of accuracy. So let's put that away because I can't fit this, the other... Actually, does this fit anywhere in my bag? Hang on. Let me make this work. Yes, I can. Put it in the bag. There we go. All is right with the world again now. I have a new Winchester. I also didn't read the book about wraiths yet. Spectres, known simply as wraith, are not a common sighting. And for the better, since their appearance seems to always be connected to an especially disturbing or violent event. What is interesting is that they always somehow keep a physical object, a gold coin, float inside their ethereal hat. Cause for this phenomenon is unknown so far. Wraiths are agile and fast, and they make use of it by relentlessly chasing anyone or anything that has had the misfortune of crossing their path. As every ethereal type of barren lands monster, they're vulnerable to silver ammunition, which is expected. What is slightly less expected is that bullets made from gold seem to be even more effective. Curious and yet even more important information to have is normal bullets are almost useless against them. Well, that explains why they in particular were so hard to kill before. It's because we were using just normal bullets for the most part because that's what we had. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves a blessing while we're here.
Spirits, a blessing. You got the gold. We can do many things, but you can only select one. What will it be?
Make me turbo stealth.
Why on earth would anyone think of start?
Rid of all this crap that I don't want. And this bag that is just worth money is just stuck here. I assume it's a quest item of some kind if I can't sell it for the money that it's worth, but if it's a quest item, why does it have a price? I don't know. It's just stuck. No amount of trying to sell it or anything does anything. So I can only assume it's bugged, which is annoying, but it is what it is. It'll just stay there as a mascot item pretty much at this point.
Thanks.
Yeah, because I do have to rest to reset his inventory. Okay, I figured it was. I just hadn't bothered to look it up because it wasn't a big enough problem for me to really care. Because, you know, this is also still fairly early on for the game, and especially Chapter 2, so I just
Charity.
move on with my life pretty much when things go a little weird. For the time being. Yeah, like, did I miss it, or did he just not have shotgun shells? Yeah, he just doesn't have shotgun shells. I do appreciate that I can swap my ammo while I'm reloading, and he'll just immediately switch to reloading that ammo instead. That does save a lot of time. I don't like doing this, the whole look back down there, rest, loop back to the shop thing. I feel it's a bit cheesy, but at the same time, we're having enough trouble that I feel I have to. There you go. 23 buffalo rifle shots should be good enough to deal with most anything that upsets me too much. I like more short ammo, but this amount will do. We did lose the... No, I do just have to kill one more for that. I thought I lost the chance for that. Okay. And honestly, these curses aren't that bad anyway. Yeah, except they respawn once, whereas you can do it like 50 times back to back, and if you've got enough money, you can literally just fill your inventory with ammo, thus making the ammo management of the game pointless. Because as far as affording money goes, it's not hard to make enough money to pay for your ammo at all. The only thing money gets a little tricky to come by for is affording the guns, because they're like 5,000 to 7,000 each. But I do agree that it's not too wild out there, otherwise I'd refuse to do it at all. But I do feel it's a little silly to be able to just sit there and rest loop that. But I also understand that they wouldn't necessarily want to just have the merchants like refresh every time you open their shop or something, because one, people could lose things that way, and two, then it gets even worse about the ammo management. Yep, that's gonna take me right about where I want to go. I just gotta be a lot smarter about how I handle it this time, rather than getting mobbed like I did last time we were over here. that was a brain delay on my part, but also him happening to turn at the worst possible time. There we go, there's my bush kills done. That'll get rid of the one curse we've got. Oh hey, another one happened to die in the same spot before, and he's still here. That was from last time we did that. It's also kind of funny how long the corpses last sometimes. We already grabbed everything that was in here. Yeah, that's where we got the Avenger pistol that I then got rid of because the Rattler is better, theoretically. So this is when I find that there's a hidden number for the Avenger that where it, like, doesn't sway or something and I just flip a table. I'm sure that's not... I'm not sure that's not the case, but I would be very surprised if that was the case. I probably want the Buffalo Rifle for dealing with these box boys, though. It might go through well enough to kill them. Nope. Okay. That's about how I expected that to go. Yep, box boys are still just as annoying as I remember them to be. May as well just use the Winchester and just take multiple shots, then.
Ashes.
Hell.
Considering those guys don't hold up to regular fire that well. Unless they're not in their box. Ah, you're what I was saying. Okay. No more of that. Because, like, I'm a lot more confident with the Winchester, because I know it won't do anything to fuck me over as badly. Which is how we kept having that sliding worsening of how things were going with the Rattler, because every time it would deviate a bit from where I thought it was going to go, the confidence level in how the gun worked dropped further, and did it with my capabilities with it. So you just have a steadily worsening case of self-doubt. Just leads to you never hitting a damn thing with it ever again. But you know, you can be as aware of that as you want. It ain't gonna stop necessarily. Interesting that that one dropped in one. I hit the box still. I don't know why he still... I don't know why he dropped rather than surviving when the other ones didn't.
Just death.
It's a little funky. But I assume this is what we want. Yep. Ta-da! Literally, just as long as it didn't piss off the entire goddamn county, this wasn't that bad a place. I just pissed off the local yes last time, so it went real sideways. Maybe. Didn't look like I'd hit either, but maybe he wobbled just right. 'Cause he was reasonably hard to see at that point, so... Could go either way. Either way, we take those. File that underbank error in my favor. Distinguished undead. I don't think we actually noticed one of those before. Or if we have, as stated, I didn't notice. That, I assume, is going to be good for getting more money. Or uses money for something. Or the other. I want to deal with our little noisemaker friend first so I can think properly. Not down here. He was outside. We saw him a moment ago. Right over here. There we go. Oh. Okay. If I wasn't already set for a lot of bandages and bottles, I would use that. I'm also not carrying all of my gold coins on my person anyway. So, not the best accessory for me, but I can see how that would be useful for people. Especially with the way the game kind of hands out gold coins sometimes. But we have both of the remaining pieces, so let's get out of here. Oh, it permanently increases health. I feel like that could be worded a little better then. Ah, okay. Yeah, because I saw that the effect stacks up to 10 times, but I thought that would be like it heals more and more the more you use it or something, not it increases your max health more and more while you're wearing it. All they'd have to do is put like a max HP on that instead of just HP, and I think it would be clearer. But it also doesn't say gain, so I see where the interpretation comes from. But at a glance, I think they could clean up that writing so it'll be a little clearer at just first blush. That does make it a little more useful, especially with the amount of coins I'm sitting on. I could make that add another 100 health. I mean, I'm not using these coins for anything. Let's put a bunch of those on there just for funsies. Yeah, I assumed as much. And nothing against them for that, because, you know, it's not the nicest language to learn to begin with. But there's definitely a lot of slight oddities here and there. And, like I said, it's not a big issue. It's just one of those, in the refinement stage of things, this would be worth doing. But in regular gameplay, it doesn't matter. It's fine as it is. I don't need the increased loot anymore, so I'll take the doubled HP. Since we also have a percentage boost from one of the skills. So now we are a lot more durable. A lot more durable. I could take the time slow mode down at this point as well. So, I know that kind of thing's really helpful for a lot of people. Personally, I find that slowdowns tend to throw me off more than it helps me. But maybe that's just me. Yeah, I think I'll actually just further increase our health at the rate the game has been going. There we go, over 300 health. That's a lot better than what we had going on before.
You're back and you did what we had.
There we go. Less stupid now, yay. Let me put my card away so I don't sell it or anything stupid, because I like that card. Loot gain boost is nice.
Spirits are a skull of our undead friend. Would ever dream this? With this, we can prepare. Time to make whole what is now broken. Nervous, are you? No need to be. We'll do all the work now. We have the experience. Now watch.
Oh yeah, you raised us before, and we turned out mostly fine.
It is done. What was once broken is now whole again, so to speak. The sight brings back memories. Go talk with him, huh? Remember why we put this undead back into one piece. We need his knowledge, and that we shall get by any means necessary.
There we go, that's all done. There we go. I was about to cry foul about it popping up a thing saying I needed more parts. Like, what the hell do you mean? There's also some other slight bugs, like the fact that the cure quest is still stuck here because I went through the dialogue for that too quickly. But that too is just a thing that can easily be fixed when they go to refine things. That's not really a serious issue. Hey there, old me.
I walk the earth once more.
Well, somewhat.
Just to think, the first thing I see as I'm brought back from the brink of oblivion is the face of another undead.
I feel like you'd be used to that by now.
I know this magic that keeps you alive. I have seen it before. Working with some malicious souls, eh, partner? Watch your back when dealing with them.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you've dealt with the same thing along your time.
Still, if seeing your ugly mug is necessary to walk the earth again, I will take this chance. Hell, I may even kiss ya. Good to be back and whole again.
Okay, he sells the explosive rounds for the long gun. Okay, and he sells all of the ammo. Excellent. You are my new best friend. I'm glad I brought you back from the dead. Do I grab a couple of these nitro rounds to play with? The answer is always yes. Congratulations on already being the most useful man in this town.
What kind of deal you have with this totem? Why couldn't he give me a full body like yours? Oh, reduced to a sack of bones, I am. Trying to peek into this well of wisdom and knowledge. Fine, ask away. More than anyone else in this place, that's for sure. It can't be defeated by any normal means. And trust me, I tried. When we arrived here for the first time, I was the one to gather intel about our new enemy. So at first I tried fire, made a huge one. It just walked right through it, unleashed a tornado of lead, no dice. sulfur, acid, everything. But when I was busy getting nowhere and irritating the giant, my at-the-time partner found a hint in local legends. Shame we didn't have the opportunity to test this theory. Something happened that made his faith shatter. His will just snapped like a steel line strained for too long. And then we had our falling out.
Yeah, we already learned most of that from the tree man up top.
What? Hoping for a sob story of noble redemption to cry over deeds undone? Forget it. I simply can't remember a thing of who I was back then, what I did, or even from where I came from. Can't say I'm curious about that. I am who I am now, and I want to keep on living in undeath. My past life certainly wasn't as entertaining. Apart from the whole dismemberment thing.
Makes you wonder if he actually is aware of
there,
taking pieces.
almost as good as my 6-pounder. Not with fire and brimstone, obviously. You talked with him, didn't you? Damn bastard, as if betraying me wasn't good enough. To hell with it. I know a way to get rid of that malicious bark-covered prick. Me and the bastard you talked to, were close in our preparations for a dark rite. In fact, there was only one thing remaining left to do. You're in luck. Most ingredients should be where we left them. The only missing element is something bounding to this place and time. And I know what will suffice.
Convenient, isn't it, that he just happens to know that?
You will take this part. What we need are pieces of the beasts lurking in this area, in a single rare plant. They will be our connection, the link, ever so bloody and messy. Cultist teeth, a giant leech, Rogaro's tongue, and finally, an angel's halo.
Yes, a rare plant. That rare plant we've been seeing literally everywhere we've gone in here. So rare and hard to find.
I'm sure you know where you find them all. When you come back with everything, I will commence the rite. After that, it's hunting time.
Right to know. Right to know. I think I actually still have my Rougarou tongue, too. Yep. Got that. I lost the other things over time because I sold most of them. Oh. Thankfully, we know where to find a bunch of dead cultists and such already, so I don't even have to kill more cultists if I don't want to. Which, honestly, killing more of them would be a waste of ammunition. But I'm pretty sure there'd be a camp of cultists right over here that'll be a lot closer than where I'd have to go to get the ones that are already dead. There'd probably... Yep, at least one leech kicking around right around here. Just gotta hope he actually drops one. He dropped nothing. Nope. Nice cultist teeth are more or less a guaranteed drop, it seems.
Scum of the earth.
this is the difference between a gun I know how to handle and a gun that I'm not as good with. So I know it'll hit where I'm aiming, whereas the Rattler decides where it wants to hit a lot of the time.
Better stay dead, pal.
Okay, where's that other leech I shot, though? I shot one out here a minute ago, and then I lost track of it because I had to deal with the cultists. Ah well, we can find more. Still, we have the cultist key we need. I suppose I should check the bodies to make sure there's nothing useful they drop too. Make some money. Actually, that might be a bottle I keep, as it increases effective range. I suspect we're more or less about done with this chapter, considering we're getting up to the point where we're going to be fighting the evil of this place. Means this might actually be a bit shorter of a show today than I thought. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
To rest.
You know what? I'll take the fact that the one who was a pain to kill was the one that dropped the leech I wanted. I think that's a fair trade. Yeah, we just need to grab a Angel Halo, and we're good to go. I've definitely seen them all over the place. I just need to find another one. I could, yeah. So I've been over most of this. I've been in the cultist cave, I've been up there, I've been through a decent amount of what's over here. I think literally over here is the only place I haven't really been completely. And there's something to be said for leaving a few things to root through for people who haven't played this.
Never gets the job done.
But yes, I am well aware that I can keep playing because you were able to keep playing after the first one too. Okay. Yeah, we've got everything we need, I think, now. The big thing's gonna be, I'm definitely going to have to get more ammunition before we fight that thing, because I'm betting it's going to be a tanky boy, considering it had that regen. But I would assume that that regen is what we're going to be getting rid of by doing the ritual. Or at the very least, reducing it. I would be very surprised if it got removed entirely. But with 2 merchants that'll be selling me the ammunition, we will be getting ammunition a lot quicker. Is there anything I want to put away? Not really. I think I'm good. Okay, the priest just wandered.
Why on earth would anyone even...
I'm surprised he doesn't have anything to say about the fact that we raised some dead in
This
here.
place needs to be purified by fire.
You need to rest before he'll sell me anything else. I couldn't remember if I'd grabbed his last stock of ammo or not.
Charity is...
I'm happy with the amount of long gun ammo I have. 24 rounds and 2 explosives should be plenty for that.
Brave yourself.
The only unfortunate thing with this chapter is nobody sells golden ammo, or really much silver ammo. Unless the lady would later on. Which, she left because we didn't give her the cure, so... rip to that idea. I wouldn't be surprised if she would sell them, because I think she did sell silver ammo beforehand.
Brave yourself.
Okay, so we got a full set of flame ammo. We've got at least one full set of regular. Gotta fix up my inventory a little bit, but we'll get there in a minute. Oh, there we go. He does sell silver ammo, just not all the time. Actually, let's get rid of a couple things. Actually, no. I can't really get rid of a couple things. I should sell that cup, though, to get it out of my damn inventory.
This.
You know what? I've got stack room for it. Go ahead and just finish that stack. There's no reason to have a partial stack of that stuff sitting there. Yeah, the moral of this story is if I hadn't gotten so annoyed last time, we probably would have just finished it last time and been done. But, you know. You get riled up, you make stupid mistakes. That's just how it goes.
I don't give a damn how others call.
Okay, yeah, he does have a chance to have golden and silver ammo then. Okay. I don't think we actually need that silver ammo for this fight, though, because I'm assuming the evil doesn't count as a spirit, but maybe it does. What do I know? Sort of shotgun shells. I can definitely put some stuff in my bag. Well, like that I'm not gonna need. I can sell that. I can't put this in the bag as much as I would like to get it out of the damn way. These will leave my inventory. Basically, I'm just trying to cram in as much ammunition as I physically can. Just so we don't have to do this more than once. I had at least one instance against the first evil that I ran out of ammo. And let me tell you, that was upsetting. I'd rather not have to deal with that again.
Brave yourself.
There's also a lot of little oddities, like the fact that the text on screen and what their voice line is saying are two different animals and things like that. But that too will get cleaned up, I'm sure.
Did you know I can erase your sins if you consider donating for charity?
Gonna keep gathering more bullets.
What kind of deal you have?
Okay, now he's starting to show more of the gold shells. Okay, I see how it is, game. I see how it is. He waited until I said he doesn't do it to start pouring them everywhere. Nothing new about that. Nothing new about that at all. Yeah, about the only way we can lose this, I think, with how I'm stocking up is if we die. Which, with 300 health, not gonna be the easiest thing, unless that thing
How
really
it
hits
felt
hard.
to be in pieces. Till now, I don't feel or experience anything. Like I was hanging in the void of everything. Not the worst of all things, I reckon.
Okay, 45 standard rounds should be good enough. 21 silver, 13 gold. Grab up these silver shells and some more flame shells since we got. No, we don't actually. We'd end up with extras. Oh yeah. That's one thing I will give them credit for, or as well. They put good character behind these. Some of them aren't the best, but as long as they're having a good time, you can tell, that's the important part. Quality's not always the be-all, end-all.
Not sure which version of the sawmill I detest more. The loud, busy, and full of dusty one of yesteryear, or the rotting and rusting one from now.
I'm inclined to say the rotting and rusting one now because it's full of awful things I hate. And then again, I wouldn't be that much of a fan of loud sawing and everything either.
Totem of souls, eh? Treacherous, I bet. These things are always trouble, and yet mortal fools keep erecting them.
Oh yeah, mortal fools are always looking for power, and you know what those things love to offer? Power. I can basically guarantee that I've over-prepared at this point. But you know what? That's fine. We have plenty for multiple
Totem of
attempts.
souls. Excellent. Your hunt will begin very soon. You want to take a few steps back? This rite can be quite tricky. While we have done the vast majority of work back then, some issues still may arise.
I swear, if you screw this up and I have to do more work, I'm going to not be as annoyed as I would normally be, but I'm not going to be happy.
I've done it. The bastard will bleed now. Oh, this felt good. Almost as good as killing that thing. But this pleasure is all yours. While you were busy, I took my time to place some traps on the giant's path. Shoot them and fire up the flames. Fire will hurt the giant, weakening it, making it mortal. And what is mortal can die.
Now wait a minute. Why is fire now going to make it mortal when it didn't before? I mean, yeah, you did that whole ritual, but you never told me what the hell that ritual even did or what that ritual was. So how am I to believe you on this?
Then, just shoot it in the head. Or chop at its legs. Whatever will work, as its regeneration power will be useless. Happy hunting. One more thing. When all is done and dust starts to settle, come and find me. What I will have to say then, let's say it will be very interesting. Now go. Hunt awaits ya.
I have a sneaking suspicion about something here, but we'll play this out and see where this goes. Actually, wait. He said fire will work on it, so if I take flame rounds to it as well, would that be even better? Oh, there's the big boy. There's one of his traps. Ah, there we go. Do I need to, like, set this in any way? Or do I just, like, shoot it and it goes off? Get big and ugly. Over here. If I don't see it go off when he gets near it, I'm just gonna shoot it and hope it works out. Of course, you know, he's gonna try to slap the shit out of me. Burn, you bastard, burn! Getting a sneaking suspicion from the way this thing's dying. This ain't gonna be the end of it. Or if it is, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. The tree was a nightmare and a half to do. Down goes the giant. Can't even loot it or anything. Man. I have a real suspicion that ain't gonna be the end of this story. I mean, I don't mind it not being tanky, but I kind of, you know, expected it to get more aggressive once it realized it was in more danger. Like, have it be a bit more of an active fight instead of just slowly ambling in my direction. So I suppose it would have been a much more dangerous fight if I had stayed at a closer range with it. But I'd also, you know, be pretty foolish to stay close to that thing.
That was a real nice job, pal. Wouldn't have done it better myself. Now, listen up. I've got a plan that will help us both escape. We must act quickly before Totem of Souls realizes what is going on. For a while, it will be drunk with success, but that moment won't last long. I want to get out of here and out of that totem's influence. It makes me sick in my bones. If I were you, I wouldn't trust it either.
Yeah, you're talking a lot of sense here.
I know of a passage into the mountains. My old stomping grounds. We can hide in there easily. Free.
and mighty like no one else. So, are you ready?
With the influence and such that this totem has, I get the sneaking suspicion this ain't gonna work out for us, but let's give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, nothing actually bad happens from that. Okay. Another mighty foe is slain, but more important than the remains of a fallen giant was the decision that was made. Before even the sun rises above the horizon, in what may seem like the first time in eternity, you and the undead are on the way, slowly climbing towards a hidden passage, toward the distant mountains cold. Okay, it only took an hour today to finish this, so I will actually go ahead and bring us back in for a bit. If it'll let me go back in. I think since I agreed to that, we might not be able to. But we'll see what it does when I load. I'm betting I would have had to say not yet. And keep stomping around. And if that's the case, I might just load something else for a little while, or just say, you know what, this was just a very short day, why not? That's fine. Judging from the sounds it's making, I'm assuming it's putting us back in there. No, these are both just showing completed, so I can't do anything now. Oh well. That's fine. I had assumed that was how that was gonna happen, like I said, but it was worth a look. I'm not gonna load up a fresh save or anything. That would just be more time than is worth spent on that. Because don't get me wrong, this is replayable. It is absolutely replayable. But I'm not the type to replay things, especially not immediately. I'll probably do a full replay of it when the game's finished. Because, you know, may as well start to finish through the game in its final form to show a difference. But in terms of replaying it immediately in the form it's already in, Not really how I do things. To each their own. I could tell that you had played it a lot more based on how you were reacting to things and how you were pointing out how certain things worked. That indicated to me that you'd either researched it or played it a lot. And if you like it that much, more power to you. I can love a game to death, and I still probably won't replay it unless I take the time to forget it a bit. But as I said, that's just a nature of person to person there. That's not really a fault of a game or a person. I haven't done anything with RoboQuest in a while. I don't think I've ever actually shown it on stream. Interesting that there's 3 entries for RoboQuest in there, and they're all very different things. I may need to do some audio balancing and things like that with this right quick, since I don't think as I said, I don't think I've ever put this on stream. If this gets loud, I apologize in advance. But it's looking like it might be too quiet instead of too loud. Which is an interesting problem to have. There we go. That feels like a good balance. Or at least that is visually a good balance. Feel free to correct me if I am wrong horribly about that. Okay, it doesn't seem like it got mad at me. I will have to redo the base upgrades and such because it got undone. Ah, they changed the menu. Okay. Excellent. As you can see by the amount of wrenches I have played this game extensively over time. Things like this are much more replayable to me than full games. Especially since I've yet to actually finish this. I keep dying off right at the end. There are new upgrades, so I need to actually read some of these. A bunch of random things. I do want as many of the gadgets as I can get. Keep upgrading our weapon chances. Let's go and upgrade that further. And that further. Oh, we are now out of money. Looks like they've definitely overhauled this a lot. Let's see. Do you like that? Definitely need a jump of some kind. Wait, is there no longer a jetpack? Or did I just not get that now? That could be an issue. I'll take the... Oh, right, Rocket Pants takes 2. Okay, we'll take Fancy Pins and Pogo Stick then. That should be okay. Okay, you've got your basic Guardian, a Recon, an Engineer, and a Commando. I enjoy Commando and Recon a lot. Engineer's also very good. Guardian's a little dull, in my opinion, but it's probably one of the safer choices. I'll stick with Recon for now. This can be played with specifically one other player. Yeah, it doesn't look like you have a bunch of extra machines in here anymore. You just only have the one. We'll just get on in. And you can stomp on enemies as it shows down there, which I have gone out of my way to do before, and it tends to lead to regret, but it's also really funny. Rifle, crossbow, junk beam, grandma's shotgun, and the mortar. Ooh. Wait. That's not the type they changed so much. I'm so used to the green being... Oh, right, I think they got rid of the weapon types. Right, okay. That makes sense. Because it used to be that you had, like, 3 or 4 core types, and you had to keep getting the same cores in order to make those weapons stronger. But it looks like they're just tiered weapons now. Which which is a little disappointing. This mortar fires weird, but I kind of dig it. This is a weapon that was added after I wasn't playing as much. Because me and the person I usually played it with kind of got tired of it because we played it a little too much. Seems like it has radically changed in some ways. But I do highly recommend this game. It is a lot of fun. It's a very fast game. I'm moving slow right now compared to what I would normally be doing because I'm getting my feet back in and learning how new things work. That's a different door than I'm used to. Okay, it is one of these rooms though. Slide under that, and we're good. Power cell. Bubble splasher. You know what? Sure, why not? Okay. That's one of the notable things with this game, is it's got some really goofy weapons. And that's honestly the best part. You can also rail grind and all kinds of crazy things like that. There's a level up system, as you see there. We'll deal with that in a second, because I don't remember if it pauses in single player or not. I know it doesn't pause in multiplayer. You can die while you've got your level up menu open, and it is unfortunate. Taking damage deals damage of that element to enemies. Ooh, yeah. Whenever I exit stealth, I don't consume ammo. Yes. That's just an absolute yes. Blast rifle, flare gun. Okay, I can just buy perks now. They've kind of rolled back towards how other roguelite shooters work now, instead of how they were doing things before. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of like how unique it was before. But I also kind of get why they did that. Let's buy that regen. I feel like I'm gonna need that. And the way I'm playing right now, I'm gonna want that blast rifle more than I want this mortar. I probably should have checked this beforehand. Power gloves, dual crossbows, blast SMG, shock cannon, or just take some power cells. I'm pretty tempted by those power gloves, but they're also only a tier 1 weapon. Dual crossbows are tier 2. I know the dual crossbows are good. I used to use those all the time. They were on the precision tree, and the precision tree was what I usually took a lot of points in. Because that was your snipers and your odd weapons like throwing knives and things like that. Eh, tears be damned. I'm taking the power gloves. Zap zap. You always want to kill those guys because they're just loot pinatas, pretty much. Get out of here, little guy. as you can see, our cloak leaves a decoy behind, which is usually very helpful. Keeps the worst of the problems off your back for a second. I probably won't be committing this as a consistent part of the channel or anything. I'm just doing this as a time filler for a bit. There's my map. I want to turn around and go the other way unless it won't let me out. Which I think, since those doors are X'd out, I think we are stuck here now. Yep, they changed that too, huh? Okay. Used to be a lot more freeform about letting you go to a part and then turn around and go back. I do appreciate the trackers for your rating up there at the top right by the timer, though. That tells me that I'm doing a bad job as far as time goes, because I fucked around. Because you get bonus wrenches and experience if you go through quick and cleanly. They want you to balance zooming through, but also clearing all the enemies. Assault SMG, Sheriff's Carbine. I'll just take the ugly tie. Kinda happy with what I've got. You'll upgrade a weapon. Ooh, you've got a blast sniper. I do like the blast sniper. Yeah, give me that. Power gloves are fun, but this is gonna be a much better idea. And we'll go ahead. Yeah, that weapon's already too high a level, huh? Go ahead and upgrade the blast rifle too, then. Wow, that flyer hurts. Okay. That's new. You want to be careful not to get shocked by things, because you'll... Unless they fix that up, there's going to be a quick time event you're going to have to do where you have to hit a bunch of directions quickly in order to unstun. Which really has always been a big problem for me. Get that flamethrower away from me. Get you gone, monster. Yeah, this is a lot of fun, like I said. It's also not that expensive. It's, I think, normally like 20 and goes on sale pretty often. Been around for a little over a year, I think. Might be longer than that at this point. My sense of time is kind of destroyed this year, so I can't guarantee anything. Right, I'm playing. We're gonna die real quick, though. They have definitely upped the art, though. I'll give them credit on that score. There was a lot of unfinished stuff all over the place the last time I played this, like, 4 or 5 months ago. Yeah, there's all kinds of elemental effects and things like that. Anyone who's played, like, Gunfire Reborn and things like that will feel at home with this to a degree. So this is a lot faster, in my opinion. Like, it's a trade-off between effect density and speed between those two games. Both very fun, though. Okay. There we go. Scout Sniper, Kramer, and Experience. Scout Sniper is going to do more damage. This it also does burn instead of shock, though. For sake of showing things off, we'll swap. Now, there's one problem with playing far back like I've been doing half the time, and that's you get less experience because the experience falls out of enemies and you have to pick it up before it disappears. So you have to be somewhat careful with that. That said, if you get a critical hit kill with a sniper, you usually can get the experience sent to you by the game. Specifically in that case being hitting the weak point. So basically, if you're a good sniper, you won't have a problem with experience. At least that's how it used to work. I don't know if that's changed in any significant capacity. Okay, I did set a couple things on fire in there as well. Stealth up so they don't pull anything sneaky. Okay, you've got to be dancing constantly in this game or you're going to be in trouble. Ah, and we're dead. Playing it in multiplayer, you'd be able to be picked up by your teammate if you're quick enough, but playing by yourself, you will die a lot easier because you don't have that buffer of being able to be picked up. That rust is also very real. Let's swap out for some rockets for a bit. Longbow, windmill rifle, cryo launcher. I'll go windmill rifle. He's got nothing for me. Yeah. Some will scale rather brutally, but they generally are a little nicer at the very least because those revive options are usually available. Windmill rifle's neat because it's like a minigun except a lot less chunky. So you're more mobile, but you have the same advantages as a minigun to a degree. It's a minigun, if you would. As you can see, our special is just a wrist-mounted rocket launcher as a commando, and our punch is replaced by a short-range shotgun. I say short-range because some of the shotguns in this game are kind of like Doom shotguns. You can throw them across the room. Now, I can only use one weapon, but I throw my gun when it reloads. That's kind of neat. Marking enemies could be pretty good. I'm gonna take the every 3 shots does 50% more damage, though. Okay, this is just a send it and hope type deal. And that's why I say to always have good jumps available, because there are sometimes rooms like this where unless you have like double jump or something, you're gonna have a hell of a time getting through it. Yeah, we'll try out the graviton launcher. I don't remember it being good, but it might be better now. Okay, that's not bad. But as you can see, most things have, at the very least, a tiny bit of travel to them, so most things aren't, like, straight hit scan. At least, the enemy projectiles, of course, never are hit scan. Yours are 90% of the time not. Chainsaw, blast sniper. So the travel speed on the shots make it more or less the same. Assault SMG, dual sawed-offs. This does boost my melee attack. Yeah, why not? I'll play with this for a little bit. Ah, yeah, you have a reroll option as well. Nah, we'll keep this. Okay, so there's data logs around as well now to think about. Okay. We can either go to the quarry, the oasis. There didn't used to be signs for where these places were going to take you. That has been added since they finally did that art update to bring most of the stuff together. Yeah, the nice thing about the head bonk in this game is, as you saw there, you go in with the shotguns, it doesn't quite kill, you land on their head, they're gone. It works out. Right? I triggered the other one. No! Get back here! I want your loot. I like that. Now, I will say the advantage that made me tempted about hot potato, at least for me, is, as you see, a lot of the time I end up just sitting on one weapon a lot. I've yet to find anything in this game that takes so long to reload that you can't just run through with just it. Ooh, yeah, actually, let's take that every third shot is also always critical. Yes. Yes. That will do disgusting things, potentially. That didn't go where I wanted. Okay, all clear through here. Much better. We almost got an S rank across the board. That's why I don't tend to get time-based S ranks, because I tend to spend a lot of time sitting there thinking. Time is paused while you're, like, here, for example, but I have those momentary thoughts along the way. Yeah, the turrets kind of suck, so I'll go ahead and take the bonus damage against them. Scout Sniper, Junk Beam, Torpedo Gun. That's different. I'm interested in that. Neat. It's a rocket shotgun. Righto, off we go with this then. That. The advantage to going in with shotguns is you're guaranteed to pick up the experience all the time. You don't have to worry too much about that being an issue. Trade-off being, of course, you're up in there, so you're in danger constantly. don't know what happened. I presume that that's a new status effect. That might actually be the new effect for shock, for all I know. It's not that bad, honestly. I can't see my UI, but it doesn't affect me killing things. Oh, it's a blind, I think, actually, because it keeps going off because of that guy charging up and flashing. Okay, that makes some sense. As you can see, this is just an arena fight. You clear out the health bar worth of enemies up there, and you're good to go. These rooms can be real nasty, but they're not generally that bad. Exactly. Let me see my crosshair, and I don't care about anything else. I will say, this game can be a nightmare for anybody that's got motion sickness, probably. Used to be with how the precision tree was, I could recommend it just using only that tree, because you could spend a lot of time far enough back that it's not too big an issue. With how the game is now, I don't know enough about the new systems to guarantee to suggest that. Yeah, sure, you have to keep moving even with precision weapons, but usually you have plenty of time to move at a much more comfortable speed rather than the flailing I've been doing using these shotguns. This is just a pattern puzzle. Just follow the pattern through and you're good. Ooh, a Tommy gun. Triggers an explosion every 5 shots and has a 15% chance to fire a shotgun blast. Okay. Yes. This is what's good about this game, is the guns, if they roll the right affixes, can be so stupid. And I love it. It's also just really fun seeing just the taka sound effect going off above my gun. You can tell, similar to what you were talking about with the voice acting, it's just one of those things where you can tell they had fun with this. And yeah, it's got a similar amount of cheek to it, and it's, you know, also a cel-shaded game just like that, so it's gonna look very similar visually. Honestly, the gunplay feels pretty close to Borderlands 2, if I'm honest. Yeah, double rocket. Fire launcher, elite crossbow, thumper, Uzis, pumping shotgun. 30% chance to ricochet, dealing 75% of initial damage. Ooh. Wait, 35% chance to fire 3 per... Just gonna take this, nobody worry about it. Everything's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Oh, they made the thumper grenades smaller than they used to be. Those used to blow up real big. That's why I was excited when I saw 3 of them. It was gonna start blowing up the whole room if it was the way it used to be. Ah, that's fine. Still does good work. Bump, bump, bump. Somebody, look at Frosty go. Boom! Tired of getting blinded, though. That's starting to get old. But as you might imagine, the weak spot on most of these robots is the red circle in the middle of them. You hit there, you do bonus damage, and that's what triggers a bunch of certain effects, like the experience ball pickup that I was talking about with snipers and things like that. Unless, yet again, they got rid of that, since I've been away for months on end. I gotta say, this really does feel like an almost completely different game because of the energy cell system changes. Because it used to be you had to pick up cores, and those would affect your stats in different ways. Like, I think precision made your critical damage higher, and something else, and I don't remember exactly what. And then there was assault that made your reload speed and melee damage higher or something like that. Science, I think, was the other purple one, and that did weird stuff. Something along those lines. And then there was Robo, which was kind of your catch-all a little bit, but then they turned it to only being about your special ability, which was also really powerful for a while. You could boost things like the rocket we have to do stupid damage. Which is probably why they changed it. It was more than likely a balance thing. They may have been having trouble balancing the way their system worked, so they just went, you know what, fine, we're gonna just change it entirely. I could understand that, and honestly, that's respectable. As much fun as a busted build simulator is, not every game needs to be one. This is the boss door, I believe. Can I go back? Yeah, okay. Sometimes you can go back, sometimes you can't. Looks like those pinatas mostly give health now instead of experience. It used to be they would drop that similar amount of orbs, but they would be blue instead of green, and they'd be the experience orbs instead of healing. Interesting. Something's definitely changed with how this works. That looks like it'll take me out of here, and I won't have to fight the boss, which feels weird. We're just gonna go to the boss, because I don't understand what that means. I don't want to just completely skip a boss. Every 8 seconds, instantly execute the next common enemy dealing damage to you. Wow. They changed the way this... There it is. Okay. I was about to say, they changed this song, and they did a bit. But it's still got the good shit. Let's actually take the French fries. Actually, we can take multiple because we have extra power cells, but nah. Dr. Tarrant. Kinda hate this guy. As you can see, he starts really making the field awkward for you. So it makes dodging him kind of a pain in the ass. And then he does this. He spin real good. He can also spin at multiple heights. Sometimes at the same time. This isn't the worst boss, though. There are definitely worse ones. One was so annoying to the community that they actually removed him. I don't know if they ever put him back. I think they were planning on rebalancing him and bringing him back. So that might have happened. I don't know. Personally, I didn't mind it that much. Because it was just a worm boss. And it was a lot of, like, rail grinding and shit to fight it. That nearly went badly, as usual for that thing. Why is something blinking at me? Hang on. Epic, why are you yelling at me? Why is your launcher blinking? I don't see anything. Whatever. Ah, they didn't finish these yet, still. Yeah, as you can see, it's got comic book style cutscenes that they're planning on doing. They're just currently a little sketch at the moment. I don't think they intend them to look like this. So maybe that's a stylistic thing too, I don't know. I seem to recall them saying that they were going to actually polish these up for full release, just not yet, because, you know, they've got other concerns all over the place. Oh yeah, that's another fun one. When you get the hack effect on you, your input gets reversed. So have fun with that one. Let's re-roll this, actually. Okay. Try again. Dang it. We'll take dexterity. Okay. If you die, you don't die. But I can't afford that. Ooh. I do like the idea of that rocking chair. Oh my god, that's a lot to read. The Sulfator shotgun's basically a shotgun minigun, which is real fun. But look at the amount of text on that thing. God damn. It has a chance to fire twice, alt fire cooldown down, fire rate up. It's got an alt fire, which, by the way, alt fires are not weapon specific. Those actually just show up randomly now, which is kind of neat. It does make you slow while using it, though, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, yeah. Sometimes things roll a goddamn novel worth of text. It's ridiculous. The white text up there is intrinsic to the gun, and the rest of it's stuff that comes with what level it is. Ooh, this is booster on it. That could be interesting. It's also a crossbow with a chance to fire a shotgun blast. What the hell? Okay, there is some other stuff still. Ball cannon? I'm sorry, what? Hang on, what? Atomic mushroom. Ooh. You know what? Why not? Okay. Okay. I kind of dig that. Do I want the rifle crossbow? I lose the explosives, but this has ricochet instead. Oh my god, look at the rebound on all of those bolts. Yep, this is a good thing. The advantage this has is it causes a lot of shock per hit, it looks like, so it's very good at stunning. Because all enemies can be affected by the same effects you get. So they can be stunned, they can be reversed, anything they can do to you, I'm pretty sure you can do back to them if you get the right things. This, I think, will send me up, yeah. For those who don't have good jumps. This thing becomes a menace with booster. So I do kind of wish I had bought that Sulfurator shotgun, because with Trinity that probably would have been disgusting. But it also costs a lot more. He's just a little bastard hanging around somewhere. There he is. Boing. Boing. You can't hide from me. I might die for it, but goddammit, I got it. So that's always just been a thing when I've been playing this, is I have to always get the runner. Whether it's a good idea or not, I feel compelled to always get the runner. Which is probably what it's there for, to be fair. It's meant to be a bait. And it does its job well as far as that goes, at least for me. They definitely upped the art on a lot of the enemies, though. There were a few that looked kind of samey, but they've all gotten a little bit of character touches here and there. Like some of them have hats and things like that now. Okay, that's a corpse. They do persist a bit more, I think, now as well, as far as staying on the field after they die. But yeah, as you see, getting hit doesn't end these, but you can die in these instead, which is not ideal. Scratch rifle. Okay. It's a burning rifle. Not really something I need. I'll take the power cells. I do appreciate that they give you the option of taking power cells as a reward, because it used to be that if you had a bunch of guns you didn't want, you just got nothing. And that always sucked. So in multiplayer, you could pick up a gun to make it exist for the other player instead, which was useful some of the time. Died to a punch. God damn. as you can see, it's also very quick to just get back in. Just go right back to it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the starter boost now. I want to change my stuff. Healing from using power cells is probably a really good idea. And I'm noticing we have a default double jump now, so that we don't really need the rocket pants. Oh, that's right, yeah, because I didn't even... Right, okay. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't even have a double jump and we were double jumping. Okay. I'm so used to you not being able to double jump at all without an item. So they fixed that as well. We'll go ahead and take the Sheriff Star and the Swiss Army Knife then. See how those play. And we'll go ahead and be an engineer for a bit. Show that one off. And your color also changes when you switch robots, as it shows with the icon. Like, you can see I have a blue arm now. Bubble Splasher, Flare Gun, Scout Sniper, and Scratch Rifle. It's a hit scan flare gun. That's actually pretty good. I'll go ahead and just flat increase my fire rate. Party time! Yeah! I almost wish these fireworks like made a party noise when you hit them with it. Like just because of how funky the firework effect is. Not hit flyers with this flare gun because of the fact that it's hit scan now, though. I keep mentally accounting for the travel, and then it doesn't actually travel. It's actually a detriment. There's a range limit as well. Ooh, I can make all my weapons an element. Or I can make my scrap blaster an element. Ooh. Or I can make my drones deal that. 3 different elemental choices all at once is interesting. Let's not say we did, though. Yes, give my buddies an additional weapon. Yes. Go ahead and have rockets, little buddies. I need to get scrap by killing with the scrap blaster, though, in order to use them. That's why you haven't seen me throwing drones around. Because it used to be that you could use the drones on a cooldown, but they've made it so that you need to use the blaster. Which makes sense, because the drones were way too good before. Actually, wait, did they... I can't tell which way they went with that, actually. I might be stupid. Nope, they are still cooldown based, okay. I saw the cross out on it when we were in the other place, and I got confused. could play with the chainsaw, but I feel like that would be death. Nah, I think we're good. 25% chance to get you 20 power cells, and 75% chance to do nothing. Ooh. So you have a critical chance of 25, but you can't get critical weak point shots. Ooh. Ooh. These pair well together, actually, kind of. Wonka bar. We won. We got the Wonka bar. Yeah, hell with it. Let's take all of it then. Let's see how that plays out for me. And we'll actually just take the ugly tie. And we will go... Which way did I go last time? I know we went toward the quarry before. I think we went ruins last. Go oasis. Get 'em, little buddies. Yeah, with a few levels, drones get kind of scary, or at least they used to. I don't know if they're as good now. We'll find out. Damn it, die to my festivities. Oh, I think I understand. Okay. They were waffling back and forth a little bit with how the scrap worked. I think it is still reducing my cooldown for my drones. I know at one point they were required to use the drones at all. Then they went to cooldown, then they went back to the scrap requirement, and then they went, I guess they went back again. It was weird for a bit. You know, as things develop, they're gonna change things a lot, so you never know where it'll end up. Let's try that again. I can get them another gun. Yes. You guys actually have them on you? No, sadly not. I was kind of hoping they were just gonna be bristling with guns because it would just be funny. Revolver or dual guns. Okay. Taking damage has a 15% chance to deal cryo damage, but a 3% chance to freeze you. Nope. There we go. So they made an item now. Okay. That one's fantastic. Because that'll massively boost our energy pickup. Okay. Deal extra damage to things that are far, but less damage to things that are close. Gather range increase. Thumper. I kind of don't really want any of these. I'll take the octopus, just for sake of argument. The revolver does do more damage. It also does more damage than this. Or do I want a dual gun so I have something quick? Which, that is a neat thing about these dual weapons, is if you have any bonus move speed, you get actual extra damage. I absolutely should not be doing this, but I'm doing this anyway. But I just love revolvers, so it's just the nature of things. And that's how stun works, as I mentioned before. You gotta hit the right buttons, or you sit there and just suck it up till the duration's worn off. I know I've not been super talkative during this, but as you might imagine, I'm focusing a fair bit. I've got a lot of movement to process. Makes this, which is why I kind of don't intend on having this like be a big stream game, because of the fact that, you know, I would rather talk to you guys and do things with that information. Apparently. I don't know how these work now. I assume it's probably a matter of I get up there. Since shooting isn't doing anything for me around here. Ah, okay, I can heal my drones now, too. Okay. Something I do now. Whatever. We won't worry about it. Another couple shots in the general vicinity, see if anything pops. Nope. Okay. I don't know if it's like you gotta climb up above there, which we don't have the tools to do, particularly, or if we have to break something open, what have you. There didn't used to be secrets like that, or at least nothing marked like that I can remember. Doesn't mean they weren't there, it just means I didn't know about them. Yeah, I think the higher amount of stun you get, the worse your quick time event is, or something like that. I don't remember them being this generous either. I'm used to them being like up, down, left, right, or at least 3 different directions, not just left, up, left. Let me tell you, they were a nightmare to have to do just spontaneously while you're trying to do other things. We're still doing pretty bad about experience, which is unfortunate. Cleared. Couple things. Okay, another one of these. This isn't a bad one. I say as I fuck up immediately because the slide took me a different direction than I meant to. There we go. Dual crossbows, chainsaw, power cells. These are only a slight decrease in damage. Or I swapped the Arbaquar out. Yeah. Because the revolver fulfills more or less the same role for me. in this game. The only advantage it had was it had a scope. No, he got away! Christmas is ruined. What I should have done was swap weapons, but I didn't. Okay, these are still what they used to be. You can get extra stuff if you can get up there, but with the tools we have, I'm not sure I can get up there. I didn't bring any of the, like, extra jump abilities or anything. Yeah, no. That's fine. That's the kind of thing I usually had, like, the third jump or the crouch jump or something like that for. Or when it was still available, the jetpack. I'm not sure if the jetpack's been removed or if it's just, like, at the highest tier. Ah, okay, the drones do still get bubbles, okay. So that used to be another thing, is you could get a thing for your drones that they'd have a little bubble shield. And it was very nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and get them the temporary bubbles at the very least. That'll keep my drones alive better. Not that it's doing anything for keeping me alive, but you know. I'm kind of supposed to be responsible for keeping me alive. Not that I'm doing a bang-up job of that, necessarily. But, you know. One of them things. Are you kidding me? Sadness. Everything is ruined. Apparently he gets invulnerable right as he's entering the hole now. I know I've shot them as they entered the very last bit there before. But oh well. We'll live. Or we won't. Either way. Try my shotgun, dual Uzis, fire gun. Huh. 8% chance to refund ammo or energy. Energy being ammo for energy guns. Grandma's shotgun's pretty good. Ricocheting Uzis, though. Kinda in. Pulse blaster or blast sniper? I don't remember the pulse blaster. I'm going to assume it's an energy shotgun based on the way it's being described here. So it does have homing projectile explosives, so maybe not a shotgun. Might be good for the fact that I can't hit the broadside of a barn today, though. Yeah, you know what? Ah, it's burst fire, okay. Sure, I can dig that. This is a sign you'll get used to seeing till they finish the game. Under construction. Please come back later. We also can't go this way, because it's probably relating to the door that can't be opened over there. There's a data log up there, though. I assume those data logs probably have lore in them. Oh wait, no, that door was the door we came in, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this isn't the strongest weapon, but boy, is that homing helpful. Especially when it does the fragment shots and starts going nuts. stun on my head. Now. Remind me as I hit absolutely nothing with my revolver once again. Another nice and cleared room, and it's boss time again. I wonder which one we'll get this time. Because they are actually random at this point. Used to be you'd know which one you're getting because they were in a set order. Now they're fairly random that I know of. Unless that too changed and got unchanged. Yep, nope, it's the original first boss, Diggy Mole. Diggy Diggy Mole, Diggy Diggy Mole. Our moley friend here ain't too bad to deal with. Which is also why he was originally the first boss, because he's pretty easy. He just digs around, throws mines, shoots shockwaves, watch, rinse, repeat. Oh yeah, also can shoot sometimes. But as you can see by the fact that he hasn't even killed my drones, or hit us, I'm pretty well used to dealing with Diggy Mole. And it's gonna show the same scene again, so we're just gonna move on. Let's see if we can actually get somewhere this time. Nah. Rocket launcher is pretty tempting. Blast gun's also not half bad. What do we got in here? Cryo launcher, elite crossbow, healing cell duration, full heal. I'll take the healing cell duration. There we go. Give my buddies taunt. Yes. Do I want the rocket launcher? It's a hit scan rocket launcher? Oh no. Yeah. It just makes explosions. There's no rocket. It just makes a spot explode. Ah, the pure joy of a rocket launcher. It does not scale nearly as well as it would if you had the blast as set up. But, you know, that's just what happens when games change. So it looks like your perks still have similar effects available in them. You probably could still get the same build going, it just would take a little more RNG. Which is fine. I don't mind these being a little more RNG because I was getting very set in my ways. And that might be part of why they changed the core system as well, is because people just committed to one thing and never changed. And you want your player base to play a variety of things, ideally. Because otherwise, you know, why have all of these things if people only use like 2 of them? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a real strong prevalence of, like, the blast and the precision stuff. Because blast was real strong. And precision could be really, really strong. Assault thought embedding could get scary. I just never really committed to it enough because it was mostly shotguns, and I'm not that big on shotguns. As you've seen by how I move, I'm also not that well suited to that kind of movement style. So I am a little bit brain dead today. So that's not really helping my cause. I have fucked up now. Oh, yes, I have fucked up now. Okay. Another sulfator, long rifle. It is more damage. And it's not actually losing out on accuracy that much. Whee! I would be happier if it was a semi-auto, but fine. I was real worried I was gonna land on that other beam. That has happened to me more times than I'd like to think about. I jumped for the health and ended up trading. Yep, like that. Jumping right into the death. Okay. Was seeing a bunch of notifications in Discord. Wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something important. Because more often than not, as my notification count goes up, it's like, oh, somebody's yelling at me about something. Do I want to keep going? Ends up being the better question at this point. As I said, I was not against the idea of today being kind of short. And we've already done what I was planning to do. Yeah, you know what? This is really short, but I'm kind of just like a little bit bleh today. I'm enjoying this a lot, and I'm happy to have finished Blood West Chapter 2, but I don't really have like any brilliant ideas for where to jump from here. So we'll go ahead and call it here for today. Tomorrow... Oh yeah, we've missed a bunch of Sundays. And then I did golf the one Sunday because I was feeling sick. So I'm gonna have to come up with something for tomorrow. We typically do chill games on Sundays, so I need to think. What would be chill enough for a Sunday? But I'll worry about that over the course of today. And then we'll pick that up tomorrow. Monday should be the end of Superland. Tuesday, question mark. But thank you for sticking with me today. Even though today was a little odd. Because I certainly did not expect Blood West to end in an hour. But it is what it is. Yeah, I got nothing else, and I've got some good raid choices, but I'm not super feeling raiding out right now, because I'm probably gonna run off raiding all over the house and do stuff, and I wouldn't want to raid and run. Do I do it anyway? I could do it anyway. Yeah, to hell with it. We'll go ahead and raid Crimson just for sake of sending y'all somewhere. She's good people either way. She's playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Looks like she hasn't actually, like, properly started yet. But that's fine. But like I said, thank you all for taking the time to be here, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow should be closer to regular time because this experiment was mixed. Oh, wait. Wait. Ignore everything I said about Sunday. I forgot. I might not actually be streaming on my own channel at all tomorrow because I'm doing a special collaboration with Xeno playing Human Fall Flat on, at the very least, her channel with a bunch of other streamers. I don't know if all of us are going to be streaming or not. I know for sure she'll be streaming her angle of it. I don't know if all of us will be streaming all angles or not. Since it's going to be early for me, I don't know if I will. Because I think we're starting at like 11 a.m. my time. And I can't guarantee that I'm going to be in the headspace to stream effectively. That was part of why I streamed early today, was to see if I could handle it. And even then, today wasn't that early for me. Because I only started at 12:30, which is around actually the time where I started originally. But either way, we'll deal with tomorrow when tomorrow comes. Bye-bye. I have fucked up.